talismanic power, perhaps unlocking gateways to other dimensions and even otherworldly beings. Ancient astronaut theorists say yes, and point to recent experiments conducted at one of the most mysterious sites in the world, Skinwalker Ranch. Located in northern Utah, this 512-acre property has been a hotbed of UFO sightings and other mysterious phenomena for more than a century. Today, a team of researchers, which includes astrophysicist Dr. Travis Taylor, is conducting scientific experiments across the property and has documented numerous startling anomalies, including a number of unidentified aerial phenomena.
Hey, look, UAP right there! See it?
Some of which have vanished into thin air.
It's gone.
According to the traditions of the indigenous Navajo people in the Uinta Basin, the phenomena that occurs on Skinwalker Ranch is actually related to interdimensional portals, and they believe that by utilizing certain words and sound frequencies, particularly in conjunction with talismanic objects, these portals can be opened.
Within Native American culture, there are music, there's chants, there's things that are done at a certain frequency, and we believe that it's very possible that different frequencies can open portals to other places.
In 2022, an organization of indigenous tribal members known as Blazing Bear were invited to Skinwalker Ranch in order to perform an ancient song ritual near a megalithic spiral of boulders, a formation that was created centuries ago and is believed to hold talismanic power.
A circle of stones that were purposely set up in a circle. Could be a portal area. Maybe with all our scientific instruments we can nail it down a little better.
As night falls on Skinwalker Ranch, the Blazing Bear drummers continue their song ritual near the spiral of boulders. The investigative team filmed the event using a thermal camera, and almost immediately they spotted an anomaly.
Well, when I started singing, the temperature literally changed. Look at the top of the mesa. Eric, the stone circle is where it's heating up on top of the mesa.
Are you kidding me?
You should see this. This is fascinating. Right there, that's where the stone circle is. And it's heating up. Look how hot it's getting.
Is it possible that a spiral of boulders was imbued with talismanic powers by the words and sounds of an ancient secret ritual? While many cultures throughout history have believed that sounds can infuse objects with otherworldly powers, there are those who suggest even more profound talismans can be created from the remains of the dead. Clay figurines believed to be sentient. Coins inscribed with the language of the gods. A spiral of boulders said to open an interdimensional portal. Many talismans are considered to possess great power, but perhaps none more than the remains of holy figures.
Human remains have been used as talismans since the beginning of time. In the last 2,000 years, we tend to think of human remains in terms of relics. Holy relics used primarily by Christians in order to connect them to the saints. They are praying to as an intercessor between them and God.
It's the idea that just being in the presence of this tiny bit of bone is touching you with the divine. The tip of a little finger belonging to St. John the Baptist, for example, has become hotly contested over the centuries.
Because saints and other holy figures are seen as transcending humanity and having a connection to the divine, their remains are considered to hold special power.
With these talismans,
piece of fabric retains a connection to the person it once belonged to. Some researchers suggest it is not so far-fetched and point to the modern-day scientific concept of quantum entanglement.
Quantum entanglement says that if two objects or particles were ever connected, they're forever connected. And you can link with a new clear across the universe through an object, through quantum entanglement.
Quantum entanglement is based on the idea that electrons are like waves, and if I have two electrons right next to each other, they wave simultaneously, coherently. If I separate them, there's an invisible umbilical cord that connects these two, even if I separate them to the ends of the universe.
Is that what talismans are ultimately all about? Some kind of quantum entanglement device? A god originally touched or possessed an object, and it still has the energy of that god. I think it's very possible.
Could there really be a scientific explanation behind the ancient notion that objects can possess a connection to some otherworldly power? And if so, was this taught to our ancestors by extraterrestrial visitors?
The mythology brings us back to this idea of the gods. Were these mythological ideas, or did they come from actual experiences with aliens who were then perceived to be sky gods? Aliens who came forth and communicated.
It may be that really in the past, the early talismans were ET technology, real devices that could do things.
We see talismans in pretty much any culture in modern day society because of belief. It is faith in an object that it is imbued with some sort of a divine or celestial power. And you have to ask the question, why? A thing that has to do with extraterrestrials that visited Earth in a remote past.
Could it be that the talismans we continue to carry with us and revere provide a connection to an incredible past when ancient people encountered visitors from other worlds? And if so, is this connection merely symbolic? Or might these objects of veneration possess a profound power that we are not yet equipped to understand? Perhaps it is through talismans that our extraterrestrial ancestors have remained among us all along.
Great hotels for vacations, cheap hotels for business trips, nice hotels for music events. Find them all on Agoda. Book now.
Was an orangish gold type metal that was used in Atlantis. It's thought that orichalcum was some kind of alloy of copper and gold. The walls of Atlantis were wallpapered, literally, with this reddish gold metal.
According to Plato, this metal was given to the people of Atlantis by the Greek god Cadmus.
The actual discovery of the orichalcum metal lends credence to the idea that Cadmus did exist at one time, passing this knowledge to humanity. In Atlantis could be an actual physical location, possibly harnessing and utilizing other advanced metals. The reason why this ties into the ancient astronaut theory is based on an idea that the ancient gods of Greece were visiting extraterrestrials. Could this mysterious metal, found deep beneath the ocean surface, be proof that humans lived side by side with otherworldly beings thousands of years ago? Ancient astronaut theorists say yes, and suggest that further evidence of extraterrestrial contact can be found submerged in the waters off the coast of India. treasure trove for the ancient astronaut theory. Its mythology is chock full of stories of flying chariots and godlike beings descending from the sky. And every so often, the ocean offers us evidence that these stories could be true. At number 6 on our list of the top 10 mysteries of the deep, the lost pagodas of Mahabalipuram. Mahabalipuram, India. On December 26, 2004, a powerful tsunami caused the water levels in the city's harbor to drop. As the waters receded, residents noticed something astonishing emerging from the sea. The ruins of several ancient buildings.
The ocean receded about 500 or so meters, and people that were there, they said they saw walls, they saw structures that they'd never seen before because now the water was gone.
For the more than 1 billion Hindus around the world, the discovery of these underwater ruins was remarkable because they may provide evidence that a sensational story contained in ancient sacred texts called the Puranas is not mythological but historical. According to the story, thousands of years ago, 7 pagodas stood at Mahabalipuram, but 6 of them became submerged beneath the sea after the city was attacked by a god who came down from the sky.
The legend at Mahabalipuram says that the god Indra became jealous of the special treatment of the other gods depicted at the site, and that he then sent a flood against the city. Hindu mythology really reads like the wildest science fiction of today. It's filled with all kinds of magic stones, flying spaceships.
In fact, ancient India, their entire pantheon of gods, is based exclusively on a cosmic origin that they arrived from deep space. For centuries, many Hindus believed that the shore temple at Mahabalipuram represented the one surviving pagoda from Indra's attack. Could the structures that were revealed by the receding ocean levels in 2004 be the remnants of the other 6 pagodas, proving that the incredible story is true?
At Mahabalipuram, you have evidence that the legends are really correct about this place, that it's far more ancient than archaeologists assumed. And it would seem to be an indication that this was a real event, one that perhaps included extraterrestrials.
If you leave Mahabalipuram and travel 1,000 miles northwest, you will find another mysterious site off the coast of India. 20 feet beneath the waves are the ruins of an ancient city that some believe was the home of an extraterrestrial being. Number 5 on our list, the sunken city of Dwarka.
Dwarka, Northwest India, April 1983. Marine archaeologist Dr. S.R. Rao begins a 7-year underwater exploration just off the coast of this ancient fishing town. And what he finds is stunning. Submerged 20 feet beneath the surface of the ocean, he finds sandstone walls, cobblestone streets, and further evidence of a prosperous ancient city that sank into the sea.
At Dwarka, what has been found so far under the ocean is incredibly tantalizing. For instance, there's this huge wall, estimated about 580 meters long. Pottery has been found, anchors have been found, so this seems to be a maritime city.
The remains that have been discovered beneath the waters have been radiocarbon dated to at least 9,500 years. So this was many thousands of years older than that of Sumeria, Egypt and China. So what exactly was going on in India at this time?
For centuries, the modern-day city of Dwarka was thought by many Hindus to be the Dwarka described in the Mahabharata as the ancient kingdom of the god Krishna. According to the text, during the Kurukshetra War, a rival to Krishna, Lord Salva, attacked Dwarka from a flying chariot.